Hi, everyone. This is my project, CaseCompass. It's an AI companion for support agents. So let's dive right in. First, with a backstory about me. So I've been working in the support and support teams for tech startups for the last 10 years. And so throughout my experience, I've seen a lot of things that need improvement process-wise. And so now that, with the rise of AI, I see a lot of things that are just really clear that we can improve on. And but not everybody thinks this way. In fact, one of my coworkers in my current company, every time someone brings up AI, he kind of freaks out. And when we ask him why, he says because AI is possibly going to be replacing entire support teams. And I get this feeling a lot from speaking to a lot of people in support, and not just in support, but other teams. We have Devin. When that dropped on Twitter, you saw all the software engineers freak out. But I don't see it that way. I see a great opportunity for to improve customer support. And why? Because most customer support just isn't really good. All of us, even me working in support, I might probably cringe every time that I have to reach for the phone to call support, because I know there's probably going to be super long hold times. There's going to be somebody that doesn't really care about me or doesn't really know what's going on. And so even I try to just avoid getting on the phone to talk to a customer support rep. And so there lies the opportunity with AI. We have probably a handful of companies that have really good customer support. And we can name a few of them here. And the reason that they're great in support isn't because of a fancy chatbot or because of a fancy new technology. It's because they really just care about the person, human connection, and empathy. And so that's where I really see the opportunity, where AI can help us, not replace us, but really make us better by using AI. And so here's the current workflow for support. Again, I have a lot of years of experience. I started as a phone agent, and so I just want to do a quick walkthrough to how our workflow currently is. So first, customer calls us, agent answers. We put the customer on hold, and obviously the customer is never happy about this because they think that we're never going to come back. We start reading cases. We read even more cases if the customer calls us several times. And more often than not, cases are just everywhere. They're not really linked properly. So there's a lot of digging going around. And obviously we just end up confused and wondering, what's really going on. And then at the end, we got to ask for other agents for clarification. There's been many times where I've had to call a coworker or chat a coworker on Slack and say, "Hey, did you talk to this guy? What did you mean by this? What did he mean by this?" Et cetera, et cetera. And meanwhile, the customer is still on hold, and he's over there wondering when we're going to come back. And so I think there's a better way to shorten that whole process by combining our skills with AI, and not just by summarizing super long case notes, but also there's other opportunities by giving us advice on customer support, something that we don't really get live when we're on the phone with the customer. And so that's where CaseCompass comes in. This is the app that I built, and this is how it works under the hood. So the app is built under Chainlit, and that's where the agent submits the input or the question. It finds relevant documents, in this case, Salesforce, or any CRM that customer support is using can connect through an API. we chunk the data. So we chunk all the information in the cases using LangChain's recursive character text splitter. We turn the data into vectors using, in this case, I'm using OpenAI's text embedding 3 small. And then we store the data, find relationships so that it makes sense using Qdrin in my case. We retrieve the data based on the context, based on the case information. And then we use ChatGPT to put the words together. And in my case, I'm using GPT for, shout out to ChatGPT for releasing that. And then the information comes back to the agent so we can get back to the customer. And so let's see an example here. Let's meet Margot Martinez. Margot is a customer and she works in tech. She is going on travel. She's going over to Seattle for vacation over Christmas break. And she booked a reservation under this fictional company here that I made called Commit and Travel. And she made the reservation and we have her details here of a reservation. So guest Margot Martinez, we have her reservation number. She's checking in right before Christmas. She's checking out right after New Year. And she's calling us because she has an issue. The hotel can't find her reservation. So she's on the phone with us and we got to help her out. And so let's see here. I'm grabbing the reservation number. I'm going over here to the app. And first it starts off by saying, hey there, what's the name of the customer and the reservation number? So this is Margot Martinez, and she's calling about reservation. And so it's retrieving the information. And first of all, look at the speed of ChatGPT for Omni. Again, really, really good for this in this field, the speed. And so right away, you see the cases. This is all the interactions that we've had with Margot before. You see she's called before. We have some closed cases about the same reservation. So we know that she's called about that same reservation. And we have an opened one here. And so you can read the summary. Usually it's huge text, but it's been summarized. So customer arrived at the hotel for her holiday stay and was informed that the hotel had overbooked and did not have a room for her. And she was given 4 alternative hotel options and asked if an upgrade could be arranged due to the inconvenience. And the agent noted that the manager had approved the upgrade to the highest available room. So right away, I already know she's calling to give us her decision on her new hotel room, super quick. And so I just got to ask her which one did she choose. And I can even tell her that the manager approved an upgrade to her reservation. And even some bonus things bottom here, ways to improve the service. So, we have here about ways to just make this personal, increase our loyalty. And, right here, it even mentions that it's her son's birthday. And so we can even do something with that. And that's something that, we might not catch when we're reading super large amounts of text. And so this really pulls really specific information that we can use to really take this to the next level. And so all I got to do here is go back to Margot. She's been waiting on hold for probably a minute, and we can wrap that up. And so let's go back. And so we can resolve Margot's issue super quickly. And so what does this mean? This just means super better customer service. It can lower handle time, can improve response time, less hold time, more personalized service, which leads to happier agents and happier customers. Customers love talking to people, and it's just an overall better experience. And all of that is because we can take that and condense it down into this. And so we have that opportunity to be among these other companies to really stand out and be remembered for customer service. Like we remember all of these. I didn't Google any of these. These all just came from my head. I love these other companies. They have great customer service. And so I think it's time that we say goodbye to the old way and start using CaseCompass for our customer service. And that's it.